Last Kappa.
Oh! La, 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 la. I'm obese, shoot me in the belly.
Look at all the space I'm creating, everybody!
Bad monkey, bad. Oh, you got you baited so hard. I don't think I can handle any more of this bot gameplay.
Spylo.
Oh. Hey, okay. I forgot to plug in my mic. I was getting water and stuff, and I just forgot to plug in my mic. I'm like, ah. You know, but we're good now. So honest confession, I scuffed. I messed up. I really messed up because I have a schedule, okay? And the schedule I use to generally give a good idea for when I'm going to be streaming. Now, obviously, it's a subject to change. I might start earlier, might start later, but I'm pretty good. I try to work out my schedule on my IRL stuff. Should be okay. Well, I don't know why, but I thought today's stream was at 12. I just thought it was 12. Like, I thought it was 12 p.m. EST. That's when we start. GG go next. I have a schedule, and I myself forgot and got it wrong. It's literally in black and white right here, and somehow this was 12 to me. This is 12. So I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry I was late. And the funny thing is I didn't even realize I was late until I started stream. And I'm like, wait, was today supposed to be 11 or 12? And I realized, oh, well, that sucks. So I feel bad. Find a new insult. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. I've got a couple of unused ones. See, here's what I do, chat. I get into the shower, and as I'm busy, cleaning off my body and things, I'm thinking, what would be a really rude thing to say to somebody? What would be a really... That's unironically where I come up with my insults. Let's see here. Come up with a new insult, but who do I insult? Like, okay, here's one for myself. I'll do it for myself because I screwed up here. All right, listen, Spylo, you're an encouragement to everybody here, because no matter how far we fall, we'll never be as bad as what we're seeing right here. It could always be worse, as unbelievable as that sounds. Insult chat. I mean, that's too. Listen, there's such a thing as low-hanging fruit. And then there's fruit that's like dropped off the tree and is rotting. That's kind of what chat is right now. Like, the thing with chat is it's like you step in rotting apples, you don't even mean to, but you step on it. You know what I'm saying? That's chat. I don't even mean to insult you guys. And I go, oh, gross. Like, I just, the fact that you can, like, sometimes I'll just say things and you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, oh, I forgot. I'm working with dopes. Like that right there. I'm not even trying. Is it wrong for me to call you an ape? No, you can call me an ape all you want. No, at least I have a functioning brain cell. You're like a what is it? Paramecium? Okay, chat. How do I pronounce that? What is it? Paramecium. Pronunciation. Come on, paramecium. Please be correct. Audio unavailable? Are you joking?
Paramecium.
Oh, I can't hear it. I don't have my earbuds in. I'm telling you, chat. We're getting old. I can't remember anything. Wait, please work.
Paramecium.
Ah, paramecium. Mecium. There you go. Chat, I have something else to blame as well. See, most people get up in the morning, have a nice, healthy breakfast, feel good about themselves, and they go off for the day's work. I got up this morning, and I put apple cider vinegar in diluted water and guzzled that down and felt like crap. I didn't actually feel that bad. It was a lot better than I thought it was. But here's the thing. I've like got this acid reflux thing. It's like silent reflux. Like, it's not like heartburn or anything, but like because my diet's like kind of restrictive, so I eat like fatty / acidic food, so I have some issues with it. And I heard try apple cider vinegar and give it a shot. It's like there's like some studies that it might help. They don't really know for sure. So I said, hey, what the heck? We gotta dilute it because it's not good for your throat if it's raw, and it's not good for your mouth either. It can burn up your teeth, you know. Now, when I was a kid, my mom read something about that, and she gave it to me, but she didn't read the diluted part, and I was sick, right? I had the sore throat. Oh, this apple cider vinegar stuff will be good for you. Whoa, Nelly. That's all I'm going to say. Because listen here, I forgot I had a sore throat because I forgot I had a throat. It wasn't there. After taking a mouthful of what tasted like fermented frog urine, I had to fight the violent urge to throw up in the sink and swallow it, which then made the matters worse because, wow, I don't taste it as much, but now I have liquid fire going down my esophagus. Like, I think I would have had better results gargling with Drano. It was bad. So diluted, it still tastes like fermented frog urine, but it tastes like diluted fermented frog urine. So I've learned my lesson from what was it? At least 10 years ago, something like that. I don't even remember. So yeah. Today we have Tracer Ash. So we've reviewed those heroes recently, so it'll be a little bit of a, but you know what? It'll be a new rank, different time, different period. So, you know, we'll have some new stuff to go over. But we also have a little bit of a treat because we get to go over some Lucio stuff. Now, what I'm going to try and do with the Lucio crap is I'm going to try and take a little bit more time. And what I mean by that is because I haven't reviewed Lucio in a long time, I want to actually think about like how map control and angles and flanks and like tempo, what Lucio has to do with this. So this will be like, it will be me yelling and screaming and ranting and raving and wanting to punch holes in the wall as usual. But also I think it will be a situation where I try and think things through, like try and think about, okay, like what could this Lucio be doing better? Because I'm sure there'll be obvious stuff, but I want to go deeper than that. So like Padawi will be providing a learning opportunity for me as well as a learning opportunity for himself. Why is Spilo talking about fermented frog urine and his throat not existing? That's what happens when you're not first, midget. That's what happens when you're slow. He's finding inspiration for more insults. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we'll do that. Oh, by the way, so 2-inch press, the Ash Tracer that we're reviewing didn't order a VOD review. They didn't put in the form. But you know why they're getting one anyway? It's because they gave me feedback and they won the drawing. Who else is getting a review? Dolas, House, yeah, we got like a 3 out of the 4 that wanted reviews instead of the gift cards. So, yeah, seriously. All right, 2-inch press, replay code, map Rialto, and game name always running. Some extra information. Okay, I used to be a diamond main tank player. I'm trying to get better at DPS and scrim. So when I look at my wait, this is a scrim? Sick. Yeah, this looks like a scrim. All right. When I look at my VODs, I feel like I should be dueling / contesting the enemy DPS so they can't harass their backline, but mechanics are too bad to do so. On Ashe, I mainly just rotate too slow and have 0 awareness. It would be nice to have someone give a new perspective on what I'm doing wrong. So I don't know if this is diamond or gold or plat. It's somewhere in that vicinity, but yeah, we'll take a look at it. The rigged drawing. You know, it sounds like you're just salty. It sounds like you're so horrendously bad at the game that you have to blame even things that are not pertinent to the game itself on unluckiness. Platinum hit skin. I'm just gonna guess platinum. We're just gonna guess platinum. It's rigged. Your mom is rigged. Okay. So, without getting too much into like the dueling versus marking situation, you look at the situation here, and again, the trope with Tracer is you are the pup. You're the what's the word? You're the shepherd, right? You're basically denying the enemy team from taking angles, and you are then taking them. Now, if you look at the enemy team's composition, they are playing Brig Zen, which means that they have a much spammier backline, right? So they get more opportunities to be able to deny their. So in other words, if they Harmony Orb their Tracer, that's better than any pocket an Ana or Brig can give you. It's so much better. There's nothing that you can do about that. You're probably not going to win. But however, once you get past the bullcrap, if you can somehow remove this Tracer from the battlefield, then their backline is a lot squishier. In other words, Zen Brig is a lot easier to kill than Ana Brig. It's just the nature of Nade and Sleep Dart, the hitboxes, etc., etc., etc. In addition, you're going to have things like, a Bubbled Monkey, which if a Bubbled Monkey gets on top of his Zen Brig, a kill is going to result. whereas a ball slam has counterplay. It has ways of going against it. I did not swear. So your job here is to basically, like, you want to clear out angles, you want to mark stuff, but if you can get to the back line, if you want to be putting pressure with your monkey, that's what you want to be doing. So again, synchronize with your monkey, get on flanks, get on angles, GG, go next. Now, I've given this a little bit of an expectation from a compositional standpoint, but we have to remember, no offense, but this is around platinum. And if this is around platinum, there's literally zero chance that I'm going to spend this entire time talking about your role in the composition. Because I guarantee you're making multitudes of errors beyond just the compositional stuff. So I've given you a little bit of a TLDR about the comp, but I don't want you to worry so much about it, so much as just playing Tracer correctly. Like when you like compositional stuff, like the basics of the comp, like dive together, are important. But in terms of like clear out angle and then mark this and then you want to do this, and it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter enough at this rank. Like, it's too much of a niche 5-10% difference that it just doesn't matter. Okay. So we're looking way more like big picture stuff. Like, are you playing the hero properly, and less about are you playing the hero properly in the composition. The only thing I'm gonna say, the last thing is, I really want you to crank up the pressure on anything, backline, tanks, DPS, whatever, when your monkey is doing something. When your monkey goes in, the synchronization, the timing, the positioning, that's what we want to see. Shooting ball here is fine. So yeah, so one thing we're gonna look at right here, chat. What do you see about this tracer right now? What do you see about this tracer? Let's skip this down to 10, and you guys tell me what you see so far. Let me get you guys involved in the room. Coach chat, literally plat chat coaching plat. What do you guys see? There's two consistent themes in what's happened in the last 10 seconds. Can anybody point one of them out? A bunch of nothing. Well, that's helpful. Thank you, Savvy Drone. Too close? Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, obviously it's a ball. He's going to kind of put himself where you want. Trigger discipline? Yeah. What else? No, yeah, exactly. You guys got it back to back. Blink control and trigger discipline. Blink control and trigger discipline. Now, the way we describe blink control is you are not mashing your blinks without a good reason to do so. In other words, you're not using them unless you need to dodge damage, unless you need to dodge a cooldown, unless you're doing it to avoid a shot. Maybe you're doing it to position around the map, but you try and avoid doing that to save them. But yeah, we literally have blown. I mean, how many blinks have we used, and what damage has there been to dodge? So we've gone in here, one blink, two blinks, 3 blinks, and nothing's really accomplished. Like, it's honestly okay if you let the ball shoot you just a tiny little bit. But a lot of these blinks weren't just to avoid, okay, or at least a couple, weren't just to avoid, a little bit of micro ball damage. It was to avoid nothing. There was nothing there. It's like getting up first thing in the morning, putting on your gas mask, whipping out the fire extinguisher, and putting on your fire retardant pants, just in case the house might be on fire. Well, congratulations, you've wasted a whole lot of time for absolutely nothing. It's not worth it. Like, again, it's not even like, oh, this is a McCree. Like, I have to preemptively blink at this range because he might land his flashbang on me and hopefully I bait it. And no, it's ball. It's ball. It's the big, fat hamster. If he shoots you a little bit, that's okay. You're not going to die. You have recall. You're near your team. You have multiple other blinks. You're fine. So we've blown, multiple blinks here and accomplished nothing. Now, obviously, there's two reasons why that's bad. Number one is it's the thought process is that, you never know what you might need, right? You blow a lot of blinks, maybe you need them a couple seconds later. It's always a trade-off. I use them now, I don't get them later. So that's bad enough. But the other thing we have to understand as well is when you blink, especially as you're getting better at the game, you also kind of disorient yourself. It's a trade-off. Right? The reason you blink is because you know you're going to blink, and so you're already turning your hitbox to move as you're blinking. So you kind of, it's like a jarring, uncomfortable thing's going to happen, but you're preparing yourself for it. The enemy team doesn't prepare it. They don't know, right? They don't know where, when, how what are you going to blink, right? But the point still stands is that if somebody is legitimately, like, basically AFK, which is what this ball is. This ball is just, I don't even know what this ball is doing, right? then why would you blink? What purpose does it do besides disorient yourself when there's no damage coming in at all? And to make matters worse, this is like an allergic kid having a peanut butter nut sandwich with walnuts on top. Your trigger discipline is also bad. And by trigger discipline, we mean you're mashing down mouse 1 and not letting go until your clip is gone and hoping that some of your bullets line up. Maybe the sense is slow. I'm not sure. If your EDPI is above 3.5 or 4K, it's probably fine. So in other words, if his DPI times his sensitivity in game is over 4K, it's more than enough to play Tracer. And if this person is a main tank main, I assume their sensitivity is relatively like high enough. So yeah, it's literally spray and pray along with complete zero trigger discipline or blink discipline, excuse me. So like let's relook at this fight and let's actually like clarify what I would expect from you, what I would like to see. Okay, I want you to shoot. Stop shooting here. Okay, you do, but you stop shooting like a good 1/10 of a second, 2/10 of a second after the target's already off your screen. So you're shooting the air. You blink into the wall. Don't do that. Stand still. Make him whip out his guns and start shooting, and then you can blink through him and shoot him this way. Okay? Right here, again, you're on top of him. You blink again unnecessarily right here. And right there especially. Do you see how your crosshair is lagging so far behind and yet you just keep... Chill out. Take a 1/10 of a second mid-clip. Realign your crosshair and keep shooting. Because it's not just about, oh, what's efficient with your clip and what's the highest DPS output, which trigger discipline will help you with your DPS output. Because even though you'll be shooting slower, your shots will matter more. It's about retraining your brain that you are not allowed to just hold mouse 1 at the enemy team's general direction. It doesn't work like that. Now, as you get better, you'll need trigger discipline less. Zeus smack me if it fall. But right now, you need to force every shot to count. Even if your mechanics are bad, your tracking is bad, it doesn't matter. Make it count. So I know we're 15 seconds in and we've spent 10 minutes talking about this, but this is because I need to set the stage for when we bring up these concepts later. From what I'm seeing, this is going to be a consistent theme. So you need to chill out. Oh, jeez, replay viewer. So you're shooting tanks a lot, that's fine, but the damage needs to be really heavy to compensate for your lack of pressure on the backline. Because remember, this is a Zen comp. They have a lot of damage, you do not. So if you're not going to be able to get pressure on the tanks, like if you're not getting a lot of damage on the tanks, that they go, oh, I'm out of Harmony Orb, I'm out of armor packs, I have to Harmony Orb a tank, then you need to be going backline. Because like this is a high risk, high reward backline. Well, relatively high risk, high reward, at least in comparison to yours, so something needs to be done. You don't even need to get kills. You just need to get them off of your tanks. All good. Take the ball. Good. Again. Trigger discipline. You were like right here. This is just a perfect example. This is just a perfect example of like what we're talking about here. Okay. I always like to slow it to 0.25, even though it's obviously nobody ever plays at this speed, but it just exaggerates the error for me. Like, what are you shooting at there? Like, what's the goal? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's making me physically uncomfortable watching you play the game because you don't even stop to adjust. There's, like, here's the thing. The reason why trigger discipline matters so much is because everything in life requires feedback to get better. Oh, that's not good enough, do it again. Honestly, if you even think about positive and negative reinforcement, it's feedback. That's all it is. You do something good, good things happen. If you do something bad, bad things happen. If you touch a hot stove, that's feedback. Hey, I'm trying to think of Nimrod. What's one I haven't used in a while? Don't put your hand on the stove. Okay, that's feedback. If you pick a flower, you smell it, smells good. There's feedback. Hey, picking flowers is nice. draw from that what you will. But the point here is, right now, you're not giving yourself an opportunity to take feedback because you're not even paying attention to whether you're hitting your shots at all. You're not paying attention to, is my crosshair even on the target? I see blue. And that's just not good enough. That's just not good enough. Give yourself the opportunity to improve your mechanics by saying, oh, my crosshair's lagging behind, reset. Oh, my reset, right? And you're not doing that. Not only is it about landing more shots, it's about giving yourself that feedback so that you, so that you can actually improve at the hero. And I say that as you just die. Like, I don't even know if, are we even playing the game anymore? Like, you're just chilling here. I don't even know. Like, what do you say to that, chat? Like, I can't convey the level of disappointment I'm feeling right now. There's not a word in the English language yet. Calling Webster, hey bud, can you do me a favor? Okay. Like, at least you didn't fully clip it. Fine. I really hate this new replay viewer bug now. It's so irritating. Okay, so we have to take a second here. We have to take a second. So, right there. Perfect example of what I'm talking about. We could talk about your range, right? We could talk about how close you're shoving your face into the enemy team. But the real problem here is that you're too close and you just unload your entire clip. Throw 10 bullets in, 15, 20, check across it, and then reset and go again. It's gonna feel awkward, but you need to do it. And even pros do this. Because what have you done? You're just blindly throwing damage in the air. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with this. A lot of this just looks like you're incredibly uncomfortable in the hero. This looks like me playing Tracer, and that is almost a low blow. Okay, let's put it that way. Like, you look bad. You're bad. You look really bad. You look uncomfortable. You don't know what you're doing. Okay. So the encouraging thing is that really the majority of your errors are coming from you just have no idea how to play this hero and you just need to play her more. It's not like there's you've played her for 6 seasons and you still suck. Like, you're obviously new to this hero, and it's making me like it's giving me an ulcer right now. Either the apple cider vinegar is, but that means that there's potential improvement available. Like, why are you here? What does this accomplish? You're down your main tank, you're down multiple people, and not only that, but you're frontlining. This is not where you go. If you want to build ult charge or put pressure, blah, 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 don't go frontline. Go here. Yeah? Go here. Put pressure on tanks or supports from here. You're not Reaper. And all you've done is waste the recall. Go kill the tank. Nice. Ah! Blink to your supports, please. You've been unalive. You do realize that, yeah? Why are you recalling? Like, so here's the thing. I can't coach that. Like, I'm gonna stop right there. Your decision making there, I can't coach that. That's just brain dead. That's like saying you need a lobotomy to fix this, or just more time on the hero. So for me, I don't give a rip about that. I'm not gonna coach that. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because there are a lot of little errors like that. So chat, if you see me overlooking things like that, it's because I can't go over that. I want to maintain my sanity, all right? So we have to focus on the trigger discipline, we're going to focus on the positioning, and we're going to focus on the blink usage, because that's stuff that you can actually think about without going like bat crap insane. And that's something that you can control. That's direct, something you can think about. I can't say don't make mistakes, don't play like a bot. I say that as I do that all the time. Okay, like right now, why are you here? Your job as Tracer is to put pressure on the enemy team from angles and flanks. You are not good at frontline. You're not a McCree, who ironically also is good on flanks. You're not a Reaper. You're not a Bastion. You get off of main. It is so easy for them to hold mouse 1 at this range and mow you down. Now, I do not want you going in hard right now. If you're going to go in an angle, you're going to play chill or you're going to stage high ground. Because look at your monkey. Your monkey's not going in, so you do not go hard in, right? But I do not understand the logic for you playing here. Now, you told me in your description that, oh, I'm playing more to like defend my backline, which I think is a mistake, but it doesn't matter. But the way you defend your backline is put pressure on the enemy team. And it could be pressure on their Tracer flanking or on their ball flanking or anything else. If their ball and Tracer are just on main, screw them, ignore them. They're not doing anything. So get off of cart. Now, Tracer can move cart, yeah, but not in the middle of the fight. Not when fights are happening. Tracer moves cart when her team is positioning and then she sets up for next fight. Not now. Get off of cart. 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 No. This is you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. You're wasting everybody's who is doing anything in my chat's time right now. Look at this. Now you've got one advantage right now. One. And that is the fact that you're actually going in with your monkey. But what's the issue here, chat? What's the real flippin' big problem right now? What's the problem? I think it's just a meme, Connor. Your Overwatch is like the punching bag that everybody punches on now. At this point, it's not even funny to like, oh, we make fun of your... Everybody knows your Overwatch is goofy, so whatever. Yeah, you're coming in for... the other team is... Right, so first off, what's going on over here? Hello? Like, where's my nade? Where's my sleep? Where's my Zarya damage? Where's my Echo ankle? There's nothing. It's a 2v6, okay? Or a 2v5, whatever. But in addition, the other problem, as Silk mentions, you're coming in from the same angle. Which means it's very easy for the enemy team to deal with you. Because they can see you. You're right in front of them. They don't have to look any other direction. Matrix is one way. Bash and Smash is one way. You're right in front of the Zenyatta LOS. There's no distraction here. So the optimal play would be for your monkey and Tracer, for you and your monkey to wait, until the enemy team pushes out a little bit further, or your Echo can contribute, or your Zarya can contribute, and for you to get off of main. Because you can see why here. Not only is your timing off, but because your frontline, you're going to stick this D.Va. She's going to S key out, and she has a pretty high chance of winning. She might not surviving. She might not survive, but she probably will. And the funny thing is a good D.Va doesn't even get demech here. A good D.Va eats this pulse bomb because it's right in front of her face. Does she survive? Yeah, she does. And look at you. You cannot commit to demeching this D.Va. If you stuck her from here, you could commit, because some of the damage would be in front of you, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. But now, for you to commit to demeching this D.Va, you'd have to walk through the Brig and the Zen for that to work. Only 90% or 99% Cyberdragon? I have a different number in mind. Oh, like, you're committing now, but you see how your monkey is like jumping into the gauntlet? He's literally jumping into the gauntlet. And you need to take note, because the same kind of logic applies to you. This doesn't work. The monkey's gonna die. And you have done nothing. So, get off of front line, please. Please don't just hold on mouse 1. Please, I'm begging you. I'm desperately begging you. Grab the mini health back, please. Grab the mini health back. Grab the mini, grab the mini. You're not, oh, just like, I just don't even know, guys. I just don't even know. You're not full HP. Like the mini health pack was unhacked. Like you could then ask for armor pack from your Brig. Please have some sort of logic behind anything that you do. That's a really good question, Miss Sweeney. I don't even know anymore. is dirt a ring? Because like technically bronze is like there's something to it. How about mud? How about mud? Let's do that. Like again, how do I coach that? I don't know. I really would. I hope you die now. I honestly, I want you to die. I want you to die. I want you to kick the bucket in the game of Overwatch. Unlucky. Better luck next time. You guys are just getting spammed out because you're putting no pressure out at all. You're mispositioned. Your trigger discipline is awful. You've done nothing but feed off of cooldown. Like, I honestly... I just don't even know.
Not too late for a new strategy.
Ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Oh boy, chat. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. What's the real problem, chat? What's the real problem? What's the real problem? What's the real problem here? Okay, because I really want to. Okay, we've been silly, funny reacts for a little bit because honestly, there's been nothing to coach. You've just been acting like a complete clown. But what's the real problem here? You have got a pretty decent angle right now. Now they're rallying. You're probably not going to win this fight, but this makes sense. Like you got pressure on tanks, supports. You can whatever from here. But what do? You go chase a Tracer in our own backline who's essentially full HP. Why? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? What do you expect them to do? Like, I feel like at this point, we just need a fundamental wipe the page, wipe the memory. I don't even think we need to talk about trigger discipline and just you are on an off angle, either behind the enemy team or to the side, putting pressure. Okay? You do not do this. You do not do this. This does not make sense. Like, it's not just the pulse bomb on the wall. Imagine using a cooldown or an ultimate on the wall, chat. But it's wrong. Like, it's so wrong. Everything that you're doing just is so wrong from Tracer's standpoint. Like, this... Okay, now... This we could coach. Because you're actually kind of... Okay. You don't even get the health pack. Like, do you really... You just don't get the health pack. No, and now you're dead. You didn't even get the health pack. You could have gone back to your team and got a healing. You could have gotten the health pack here. You could have gotten the health pack there. You had blinks available. Instead, you blink out. You could have gone out and grabbed the mega here. But no, you just exist and die. Okay, this is it. This is it again. This is it again. This is it again. So we have people, we go on cart, because, overtime, and we just literally unload a clip in the open sky. And the payload. The payload has never felt worse. Baby winnable? Who's touching cart? Did Zarya say that? Okay. Again here, look at this. Look at your brain functioning. DMAC Diva, and you continue to shoot. And if anybody in my chat says reaction speed, I'm gonna punch a hole through my monitor, retire, and become a nun. We talked about this with the Zenyatta. It's about having the knowledge base that allows you to react properly. If I don't know that hot equals bad, then I'm not going to remove my hand from hot. Now, sometimes that's actually not true, but sometimes as humans, we have to program ourselves to react to things that otherwise don't seem threatening. Okay? If I get stabbed in the stomach, I'm gonna go, ah, right? That's just natural. But if I see a red light and I'm speeding, I'm gonna slam on my brakes. But that's not a natural reaction. I had to be trained to do that through years and years and years of driving or whatever, right? Mr. Weenie, thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. In this instance here, you have built no reaction to anything involving your gun. You just hold mouse 1, mouse 1, mouse 1, mouse 1, and hope that your crosshair lines up on their head. We need to stop. We need to go back. We need to reprogram how you play this hero so that you're not dumping literally 50% of your bullet in the air. This isn't about mechanics. This isn't about reaction speed. You're not giving yourself a chance to improve because you're not thinking. It's like throwing a football 1,000,000 times and having nobody coach you proper form or nobody coach you this and that. You will get better, but you'll be getting better extremely inefficiently. Extremely inefficiently. So, like, you know a DMAC Diva doesn't take damage. So why are you shooting? It's because you just have this habit of just pressing mouse 1. You don't think about it at all. And, like, again, right there. Like, that was good. Angle, please. Angle. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now let's see it. I mean, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Like like this is like a Twilight Zone. I'm trapped in an endless loop of build-ups that lead to an awful, depressing twist ending. You know? The good guys in Alien, the aliens are bad guys. The aliens were good guys, but the humans didn't know that, and so they acted like bad guys, so the aliens don't like them. Like rinse and repeat. There's always here's the twist. There is no good gameplay. There is nothing, only endless agony of mud tracer gameplay. Oh, that was good. Thank you so much for doing that. The 40 bullets that you just dumped on Second Point Rialto, I'm sure will be deposited. They're gonna put a plaque here in your name. Thank you, Tracer. A little flower pot here. They might even name a building after you. You'll probably get the key to the city from the mayor. All sorts of stuff. Do you feel useless? Like, stuff is happening right now. Oh, you're gonna get booped. C9. Bless. Oh my gosh. Oh, I cannot tell you how happy I am right now. Chat, it's like the bad guy in that movie, and he just gets not only falls off the cliff. I'm talking about the good guy takes him and punts him off the cliff. Just punts him. Ah, you're like, yes. It's like that annoying character in that TV show you watch gets a pie in the face. Yes, justice. It does exist. Ah, yes. Be nice. I guess the multitude of errors that presented themselves coincides with the multitude of opportunities to improve. So, I'm going to demonstrate this. Now, I'm a bad Overwatch player, okay? I'm mediocre. I'm going to have to move my laptop, so I'm not going to be able to read chat super well, okay? But I want to demonstrate what trigger discipline is. I've demonstrated this many times with multiple heroes. But with Tracer and Zen, things like that, it's really important. So, what I mean by trigger discipline is, I'm gonna put my earbuds back on, is the concept that you have 40 bullets in your clip and you want to try and make each clip count. Now, I'm not saying each individual bullet needs to be individually landed, because the enemy team has hitboxes that allow you to give you some, like, forgiveness, right? I'm still landing my shots here, even if I'm like Not directly on the enemy team, right? Still close enough, right? But the problem is when we see this, right? We see this right here. That's what we don't want to see. That's what we don't want to see. So what you do is you... Whoops, I'm gonna get this. Okay, even if you don't blink. See that? I'm lagging behind. Lagging behind. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Wait. Ah! I'm so bad at Tracer. But, like, you get the idea. And I don't want you stopping, like, I don't want you doing this. That's obviously super inefficient. You have to find a balance. But, like, half a clip is a good like, ballpark. And so many times in this VOD, you have continued to mash mouse 1 when your target was clearly no longer on the hero. Not even close. And it wasn't like, oh, I was my mechanics more. Like, you could use your eyes and say, this isn't even close. There's nobody on my screen. And stop, reset, do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That, plus, please get off of frontline, set up angular pressure from multiple different angles, the Shepherd. You need to go back and watch as many Tracer VODs that I have posted on my YouTube or Twitch as you possibly can. As many as you can. Because the whole concept, I don't have the time to go over all of it all over again now, but you clearly don't know what you're doing with Tracer. You don't know what your role is, and that's more important than anything else. Your role as Tracer is to apply angle pressure from backline, sideline, but usually not frontline. And that needs to be addressed. Fix the trigger discipline thing. Don't worry about your blinks. Don't worry about your recall. Don't worry about your pulse bomb. Don't even worry about your, listen to me, don't even worry about who you're shooting. I don't care if you're going for Zen or Brig. It doesn't matter. If you're on an angle, targets will line themselves up. We can worry there. We cross that road when we get there. One step at a time, or in this case, 2 steps. But you just need to grind. You looked incredibly awkward on that hero. Yes, what recently said. If you guys see a good roast, please clip it. What we're gonna try and do is do some like roast highlights like once a month, but nobody clips the good roast. You guys are too stupid. And that's not a good roast. Okay. Yeah, like there was a lot of work to do with that Tracer. A lot of work. So it starts with understanding your role and then utilizing your guns, because like whenever we get into Tracer, it's like we don't want to talk about like pulse bombs and target priority and like micro, like, because you need to set the stage right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like trying to make a delicious sandwich out of poop bread. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do is going to make it good. You're dressing up, you're putting, you know, lipstick on a pig. You know, you need to understand what you're supposed to be doing first and then make it work. I really hope you die a good roast. No, not without context. Oh, jeez. At first I was like, who said that? I was like, oh, I said that, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is where the juice gets real. Because this is, as I prepared, the Lucio Mercy, the main support VOD. But here's the thing, is when we think about like map control with a lot of the different heroes and things like that, a lot of them are more straightforward. But with Lucio, it's not so straightforward because he doesn't really contribute a whole lot to angle control. So this is where we have to sit and think. All right, I'm gonna get my thinking cat music. Hang on, chat. We're gonna get some binaural beats. Here we go. Subliminal messages. Okay, here we go. Okay. Big brain time, boys. Kick it in. All right. Lucio does not contribute that much to angle control. He has mobility, but his kit benefits from people being around him. He also has low range damage, so his ability to contribute to angles is limited in the scope of the proximity of the enemy team. I'm not gonna do this anymore. But what he does have is speed, which means you can take map control or push areas of the map faster. So he's usually okay. So let me look at what composition we're playing it with. I'm gonna cheat. We're playing him with. Okay. We're playing. Okay, so let's look at the comp. We're playing him with Brawl. Now, one way you can think about Lucio is that if the enemy team has map control, like let's say this is your spawn, this is the choke, you know, and this is the enemy team's map control. The zenith, in other words, the peak of the enemy team's map control is centered around this kill box, right? In other words, this whole map benefits by shooting at this one small area, right? That's why chokes are strong, because you can shoot them from angles and flanks and, you know, all in a one small spot. Now, what Lucio gives you the opportunity to do is to spend as little time as possible in this really bad spot. It's like accelerating agony, if that makes any sense. So you don't have to, that sounds bad. It's accelerating, it means you're over and done with it faster. So you're at a disadvantage for a less period of time, okay? So that's one way of thinking about it. Now, in non-brawl, let's say you're playing like against Lucio against spam and you're not playing brawl. Like let's just say you're just going red at Lucio, right? Because you guys are playing snipers and you're a Lucio one trick, okay? Then what Lucio does is he is like a budget tracer. And the fact that he goes off and he bullies the Widow, he bullies the Ashe, he boops the Sigma off of high ground. So he's like forcing the enemy team to move in. The Widow has to get a pocket. The Widow can't play as aggressively because the red at Lucio comes in. The Sigma gets booped off of high ground. So you kind of shrink the enemy team's map control by literally playing like a tracer, right? You're not even worried as much about supporting your team. Thinking here, chat. This is tough. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know. The other thing I was thinking about as well is a lot of the time when you're playing Lucio, you're kind of rotating your team as 6 to clear out high ground. In other words, let's say you're playing Brawl into Spam, okay? And this is the choke, right? And let's say Spam set up here, 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 and here. Brawl, as Lucio, you'll speed your team around. Clear this person out, they go back, drop. Clear this person out, like you're clearing high ground, right? They go and drop. Clear this person out, they go and drop. And then you crash on the enemy team now. Because now they only have, you know, this and forward pressure. So you can use Lucio speed to accomplish these rotations faster, right? To clear out angles. Now, two other things, chat. I know this is kind of advanced, but I want to let you guys, I got to think this through, okay? Is in Brawl versus Brawl, or really just anything, what you could do is you can have enemy, like you guys are going in, enemy team is like angled here. You can boop angles in so that they're no longer angles and your team can kill them, right? Like let's say there's a Widow on high ground, you can boop her down, you guys can rush her down, right? And just the fact of booping her down is good. It did not, like in Goats versus Goats, it was like, can you boop the Zarya off of high ground? Can you boop the Zarya in so you guys can pressure her? Can you boop the D.Va off of high ground? The last thing I think I'm gonna say here is with Lucio, and this is probably the most important one, is you not only can not make enemy teammates come in, but like, you guys remember the Orisa Reaper Doom meta from like over a year and a half ago? Or like a year and a half ago. It was about like keeping the enemy team away, like preventing the off angles from getting damage, from getting threat done. So in other words, if you guys are running Brawl, right, and you guys are going in against the enemy team, all right, they might have a Tracer, they might have like a Reaper flank, they might have like a Sombra flank, they might have a Ball going in, right? And these are like the flankers styles, right? So like flankers, these are all flankers. What you can do is Lucio is, as your team is engaging frontline, your job is to deny these guys, right? To deny these off angles. Now, one thing you notice in particular about all these off angles is what? Sombra, Tracer, Reaper, Ball. They're all flankers, but they all have relatively low range damage. So you can deny them by spamming in the direction. They get too close, you boop them away. Your heal aura, you're like the back door. You're like, stay away, stay away, stay away, stay away. You keep them away. So you can contribute a lot by that, because this allows your team to ignore this off angle the enemy team has and focus on the front line, and you can deny the pressure of this off angle. And if this was like, let's say this was like a Widow on a flank, you know, or a Kree in a flank, you could either go in and duel them if it was like a Widow, not a Kree, or you could get guys, they're behind us, let's speed so fast that this off angle gets literally left behind, it's not doing anything. Because that's the other thing about Lucio, is sometimes the off angles will be set up and then it goes so fast they don't even get value of the off angle. They're like lagging behind. You see what I'm saying, chat? Like the Widow, that she's too far away. They're setting up a concave around one area, and then all of a sudden you're gone. You're gone, and it's no longer worth it anymore. Okay, so I think that's good to start. That's unsettling. Why do you do all this smart stuff when you can just amp speed into the backline out and aim their backline? I mean, but in a way, that's kind of you are taking pressure off your team. Like, that's why Reddit Lucio is the play in certain situations. If you're gonna play Lucio, you have to Reddit. Can you imagine playing Reddit Lucio or like normal Lucio if you're playing like a spam comp versus spam comp? Like, what are you going to do? You have to go duel people. You have to go duel people. Otherwise, you're not doing anything. No, that's fine. Mercy Lucio. I mean, that's how Avoided comp played. It was just her obnoxious Lucio play the entire time. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So we like look at our comp here, and I see relatively squishy backline for even Brawl. So if the enemy team is running flankers, keep these guys alive by playing with them, but also denying the pressure. So I'm just gonna I want to see what you're playing against.
Good.
Now, chat, this is scrims, so I need to update VOD. Command. Oops. Oh, it's stupid Epic Pen. I can't do an exclamation mark. Commands, edit, VOD, Platinum, Lucio. Oh. I do my best to not get into like what your team is doing and focus like more on your play. So I stop telling me to download, because I go to the download site, click the link, and there's no download option or update option.
Omura.
Yep.
Let's go. Yeah, right, go right, yeah. Oh, we'll go main
This
then.
one's got Echo.
Yeah, here's-
Oh, they've come underneath.
they're going high ground.
Is this Brawl? Okay, so Brawl Mirror. So the way Brawl Mirror works in terms of map control is Brawl Mirror is often like usually clumps of enemy teams that are smashing into each other, but they'll often like sneak a Kree off here, or they'll sneak like a Zarya off here, or the Diva will play high ground. And your job as Lucio is to keep as many of your teammates in your aura while you gotta go around and you play safety escort. You speed your team from here to here, but you make sure that McCree doesn't get too greedy. If he gets too greedy, he gets booped in, right? If that Diva stays in high ground, she gets booped down. If the Zarya gets really aggressive, she gets booped in. If they nano their Reinhardt, you boop them back. If you want to get value out of your swings, you make sure that you amp speed in and boop their Reinhardt into your team. So depending on whether you guys want to go in or whether you guys want to go out, whether you guys are playing aggressive, whether you're playing defensive, you're either booping the enemy team in or booping them away. And we're gonna again structure this as if we're coaching map control, because Lucio can and should contribute to that.
Happens.
So your Diva just feeds.
I'm out of it.
So like right now, chat, what is the best thing our Lucio could be doing right now, if possible? I don't know if it's possible here, but what should this Lucio do? Yeah, either kite away with speed, or go for the boop. Exactly. You either didn't need to go, and why do you need to go to high ground? Why do you go for the boop now? Why do you go for the boop now? What's the situation of the fight? What's the situation of the map control? Speed them out. You're losing, right? They have high ground, they have spam, and you're down one. So you either need to clutch or you need to get them out. And the reason why, even if your diva was demacked, you'd either want to play underneath the high ground or boop them, because they have a positional advantage of you. They have angles on you. You cannot just AFK and let that happen. You need to do something. You need to do something to help with that. So you either need to call to play underneath, or you need to boop them off of high ground off the map, or boop them off from the high ground onto you guys. Because if you boop them off of high ground onto you guys, now they no longer have map control on you. You won't get everybody, but you'll get some of them, and that's enough. And by booping them off of high ground, your team takes less damage. You see what I'm saying? They have the angles, exactly. You cannot just AFK where you are now and expect to win this fight. It will not happen. Regardless of comp, regardless of circumstance, you can't. It won't happen. So you need to get them out, or you need to deny the high ground. So right now, chat, right now. What could our Lucio do right now? Do you see what I just saw? Zarya drops. Ryan drops. What are our options right now? You could go, yeah, you could go and boop backline down. Again, you still have the option to speed out and farm up Diva Mech. You could speed onto enemy tanks, exactly. They just used personal bubble. They've dropped. They're now rushable. You can rush onto them and boop them in. You could deny high ground. It's up to you. So there's options here. There's a nade.
Nothing. Right in.
One. Echo one top.
One no shield. One no shield.
Uh-oh. Do you see what I'm seeing, chat? Do you see what the enemy team has done? Look what they've done. Look what's on our left. There's a Kree.
Right in.
Zen.
Echo one.
There's an Echo above you. What they've essentially done right now is you guys are like here, and they're here. The longer this fight goes, the worse your chances are of it. So what can you as Lucio do about it? What can you as Lucio do about it? Now, you can't rush McCree by yourself, right? You could boop, sure, you could boop Zen off of high ground, yeah? What else can you do? Rush into them or finish it fast, right? You can try and finish it fast. Now, you can rush, Ryan Core. You could boop Zen and rush him. You could rush the Kree on the left side. There's options. Right?
Echo one top.
One no shield. One no shield.
Zarya in a bubble. By energy.
But what you have done...
Yeah.
Flashing.
I have a nano saying if I can just heal her.
Chat, was there any cooldown mistake done in this VOD? Were there any terribly wasted amps? Or were there any terribly wasted boops? Was there, were we feeding or anything like that? Not really. No, not really. I mean, if we're being nitpicky, yes. But see, this is why I wanted to think about this, because the last time I reviewed Padawi, we talked more about like team stuff and like what his roles with the team and things like that on the Busan VOD. But I don't want to do that here. We need to figure out what, like, again, the goal shouldn't just be, oh, do better with your amps. The goal should be like, what can I do? What can I do? What is my role? Why do I exist here in this comp? Because you didn't do anything, and you couldn't have done anything with what you were doing. So your options are... Oh, okay, Padawi, I want you to tell me. You tell me, what could you have done, skip Bawai, think of the fall, with or without communication to make this fight go better? What could you have done? It was like a big snake squeezing its prey. Yeah. It's a good analogy. In chat, I want you guys to join in this question as well. What could Padawi have done? Instead of going on point, rotate to high ground from a communication. Okay, right. So if you could communicate with your team, rotate and clear out high ground. What else could you have done? Let's say you're already on point. It's too late. What can you do? The enemy team has angles on you. Yeah, the enemy team's comp is weird. The enemy team's comp is basically, hi, we're playing Reinhardt. Our Reinhardt's just going to survive and look stupid, and you're going to force a Reinhardt while the rest of our team kills you. Retreat. Yeah, you could call to back up to get your D.Va mech back. Hard commit on them, or hard commit back to spawn. Yep. What about from micro level? What about just a Lucio? What could, let's say that we're playing ranked and the Reinhardt is just AFK on point. What could you have done? What could you have done? Let's say that you're not able to communicate. This isn't scrum. This is rank. What could you do? Go for backline. Yeah, go for boops. Again, you don't have to get the kill. If you boop the Zen off of high ground or make him shoot you for a little bit, that's great. That's a lot of pressure off of your Reinhardt. And now that Zen is rushable. And honestly, Padawi, listen to this. What you could have done as well is you could have shot the McCree. You obviously can't dive McCree unless he's already low HP and you just want to go crazy on him, or he doesn't have flash. But you could have shot. It would have been better for you to shoot the left side McCree. And listen, you land a couple body shots. That's way more valuable than what you did, because you would have forced him to get Harmony Orb. He would have backed off towards the stairs, and that's a lot less pressure on you guys. And honestly, same thing with the Zen too. Even if you can't get the boop, shoot the Zen. So I'm changing the way I want us to think about Lucio. Like, again, Overwatch is just map control. It's just positioning. So you need to look at my hero and go, okay, what can I do here? What can I contribute? I've got some range damage, but I want to stay close to my team, right? So I either need to rotate my team towards that, I need to boop them off of those positions, or if I can't, because it's too far away, I can't wall right up there, or they've got CC, then I'm going to shoot them and make them respect me. They have to back away, because even just a couple shots, you don't need to get the kill, is going to force it off. Because again, look at their comp. Zen Lucio. Zen's going to have to Harmony Orb his McCree. And then what healing are they getting? You know, that's it. Yeah, no, I agree to Big Yak. Your goal should be, like, if they're playing Kree, Echo, Zen, that's more damage than what you guys have, especially with Azara. You should definitely try to go in. But what we're trying to do here is we're giving Padawi options because we don't always have the opportunity to make calls to go in. You see what I'm saying? Like, what if this is ranked? What if those people aren't in voice chat? What if the Ryan just doesn't listen? You know, you have to be able to find a way to make things work. Optimally, you'd rotate high ground and clear high ground. But this is still a good opportunity to think about what we need to do, because the thing is, it's like, I don't want us to always go, okay, well, we have to go with the suboptimal choice because stupid ranked, you know. Well, the idea is that you learn enough about ranked forces you to learn how to micro your hero to find value. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're playing Zen and your Brig isn't peeling you very well, or you don't have a Brig, you have a Zen Ana, your Ana won't play Brig, so you don't get peel against the Sombra Tracer. So what do? You learn how to beat Sombra Tracer without a Brig. You learn how to position yourself really smart, how to anticipate, how to outduel them. So like, it doesn't necessarily build bad habits, but it allows you to solve problems. And so in this situation here, like, let's say this is ranked, yeah, you can't do the optimal thing, but what I'm saying is there's solutions. You could boop, you could damage, you can rush, go and boop the Zarya with no personal bubble, right? You could shoot the McCree. And that's what we want to see. There's not a one-size-fits-all, this is the only thing that you should have done. There's options, but it's options that dwell within the mindset of what we're trying to do as Lucio, which is keep our team safe, prevent the enemy team from abusing map control, and heal as many people as we possibly can, or speed as many people as we possibly can. And that's what's unusual and unique about Lucio, is the fact that you're talking about a game, and Reinhardt to an extent as well, where a game that benefits from map control, but a hero that benefits from clump. It's a counterintuitive mindset, but
they have Shatter. You swings, right?
Like right now, chat.
We're doing there.
What should we be looking to do right now? Once again, we're gonna hammer on this drum. What should we be looking to do right now? Yes, Mentos root core, exactly. If you are in scrims, you try and focus the correct play, because it is a learning experience and you can trust your teammates to at least follow your call. Not always, but they want to. I would look for boops on Ryan. Why would you look for boops on Ryan? Again, Padawi, I appreciate your team-wide answer, but I want you. Well, not just because Shatter. No, they're down somebody,
Same,
which
same,
means you guys can push your advantage. But do you see the status of Bubbles? No Bubbles. Your Ryan is native.
What are we gonna
Your
do?
Ryan is full HP. Their shield is low. Their Ryan has no bubble. You go in, boop them in. Or Zarya.
You got Shadow?
This
Play for
you need to
Shadow?
recognize this. You're now nanoed. I hope you instantly go to speed boost.
Yeah.
But where's my boop, Chief? Where's my boop? You've had multiple walls with which to ride and get opportunity, and this guy's kiting. This guy's kiting you.
Zed,
And what happens? Do you see what happens, chat? This is actually brilliant. Oh my gosh, this is brilliant. I'm so glad we could see this. Chat, not only did we fail to get the boop, but do you see how your Reinhardt dies here? Do you see? Chat, do you see? Let's watch. That's all you need to see. What do you guys see? This is really important, chat. Not just for Lucio, but do you see how the enemy team clutches? What do? Yeah, they split. The Zarya goes this way, the Reinhardt goes this way, so your team doesn't know who to go for. And because you haven't booped anybody, your team actually walks into a trap. And look at your Reinhardt. Bang, and your Diva, both dead. And the Zarya on the off angle clutches. So you could have booped the Ryan earlier, booped the Zarya earlier, or let's say worst case scenario, you scuffed this up. Who should our Lucio be focusing right now? What could our Lucio be doing right now? Booping in who? You could screw the Zen up. But just for a second, pretend the Zen's on high ground. Pretend the Zen's not feeding. Yes, Zarya, you could be helping with this. You could help your Reinhardt go in, or just boop the Zarya away. Boop her away. Because remember, what's gonna kill you right now? You either get the kill, you make the play, or you stop the enemy team from abusing the map control. You screw the Zarya. If you shoot this Zarya and kill this Zarya, or boop her away, you win this fight. I do feel like Zarya is the best option right now. Now, I feel like Zarya is the best option right now, not because I've calculated in millions of numbers. No, it's because I just look at the fight and like, that's probably the easiest play. And a lot of times the easiest play is the correct play. To me, booping Reinhardt in is probably pretty hard. Dueling Zen, probably pretty hard. Zarya is probably the easiest play because she's the closest thing. And it also happens to be the angle that kills you guys. So this is a brilliant example of how you are with your tanks, your amp has been good, your speed boost when you're nanoed, nice job, but you fundamentally are not playing Lucio correctly. Isn't that weird? We have not made any mistakes with your cooldowns. You could not get anybody outside of FD God to hit shots maybe a little bit more accurately and to do more, to do better than what you've done. Yet you're still doing nothing. And that's the irony, because you are not playing the hero properly. You're not you're on the wall. Your speed is good, your amp is good, your heal is good, but you're still not playing the hero. Like right now, there's a Zarya literally beneath you.
Zarya 1.
Nice, nice.
I'm out of mech.
Zen right, INT.
Yeah, your Diva is also not properly playing it. What your Diva needs to be doing is, as you guys are going in, your Diva takes high ground and puts pressure / matrix on the angle, and then she could just duel the Zen. And just sit on the Zen. And what are they going to do about it?
Echo's low in the road.
So, like, again, right now, chat. Right now, what's the play? And I would go as far to say this is the only play. There is no alternative play. Diva VOD review flashbacks? Yeah. What's the play right now? I'm sorry that this is so slow. We're basically finished this round, but I want to be very thorough here. Turn Ryan's shield. That's actually a great way of putting it. Yeah, you can turn Ryan's shield, or you boop the Ryan in. Well, actually, I want you to turn the Ryan shield another way. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Who's still alive? Who's still alive? Who's still alive? Who's still alive? Yes. Yeah. Go for Zen. Because you look at the situation, Kree's dead, he's coming back. Zarya's dead, there's no angle. So there's no angle here, so you go for the squishy hero. You have to clutch now. This is
Right.
it's no longer about map control anymore, it's about clutching. You need to clutch. Okay, like look at how you win this fight. Look at how you win this fight. If you do win this fight. Why aren't you helping this? You see? You see how you win this fight? You're gonna.
Oh, sorry.
Nice
There you
pick.
go. And that's it. So now you guys probably win this fight because you guys have map control.
Lucio.
I'd actually go for Reinhardt first, just because he's easier to kill. Like, Lucio's rock to kill.
Okay, we just need to recall.
3-1. 3-1.
You lose. Oh, and he lost Riptire too. Okay. Not a lot to coach here. You need to be quicker on focusing that Zen. You had to be quicker. You had to be quicker and then quicker on your next target. Okay. Kind of forgot about it in the moment. That's all right. By turning Reinhardt's shield, in other words, you need what you do is you go after the Zen. That makes the Reinhardt drop shield and start to look at you. Maybe he tries to shield the Zen, maybe he swings after you, but whatever the case is even if you don't get the Zen, you going for Zen provokes a response that allows your team to kill the Reinhardt. It's like you're playing monkey and you jump the Ana Zen backline, and then your team rushes the Reinhardt. And because Reinhardt's getting no healing, he dies, right? But as a Winston, you jump the Ana Zen, not the Reinhardt, because your damage to Reinhardt is meaningless. So you attack his support network, which is what you're better at. You're Lucio. You're not going to kill a Reinhardt. But you can kill the Zen. And killing the Zen might be the best opportunity for your teammate to kill the Rein, if that makes any sense.
Right, I'll call.
So you were...
I'm gonna beat him. Right, I'll call.
Alright.
I'm gonna beat engage. Let's go. Spinning. Beat engaging. 3, 2, 1.
What's the problem here, chat?
I'm gonna beat engage. Let's go. Spinning. Beat engaging. 3, 2, 1.
What's the problem? Two problems I can see. Well, at least two problems.
Engaging. 3, 2, 1.
No, it caught Reinhardt. Like, two problems.
I'm gonna beat engage. Let's go. Spinning. Beat engaging.
You amped early. Yep.
3,
What
2,
else?
1.
What else? Actually, there's more than two problems. There's three. You amped too early. You didn't boop Ryan. You did not boop Ryan, so they were able to kite out. What's the third problem? What is the scrim problem? In other words, something that you could address in scrims.
Engaging.
Yes. Peach T Smash. Why are you going low ground? Because look.
3, 2, 1.
All this Rein has to do is survive, and they're going to win the fight again. You have taken that time to go and clear out halls, but you haven't even cleared them off of high ground before you just rush in. So yeah, it's better than going down main, I guess. But you still haven't cleared high ground. Now, you're not always going to be able to clear out high ground. Do you hear me? You're not always... Like, clearing map control is not always going to be a simple process. But you have a beat engage. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't really affect this. Now, actually, I'm gonna take a quick second. Chat, what is the risk about everybody on your team going high ground? What is the risk? I want to make sure that this is clear before we move on. Boo. Yep, it's a big risk. So how do you pressure or deal with high ground? So what would be the optimal play here in terms of beat engaging? What would you do? Drop immediately? Maybe. You can still get booped really early though. Maybe at this level not as much. Do you need to be clumped to 6 during a beat engage? Yeah, you can counter the boop. It's hard though. But do you need to be as 6 when you beat engage? Do you guys all need to be stacked? No, you don't. Why not beat engage and send your Kree? You know, beat engage and then, you know, speed your Kree up here. You know, your Reinhardt's not going to be able to push his advantage very much, but it'll work. Why not beat engage and send your Reaper up there with you know, your Diva? You know, and again, obviously this is scrim, so this is why I'm talking about this. This unrealistic for ranked, but if you are gonna beat, if you're just gonna ignore the angles, then you have to get a kill on main very fast before the angles start to overwhelm you. So if you're just gonna rush, just W. Listen to me, Padaway. If you're just going to ignore angles and just W down main, you must get the boop, because they will kite you every single time, and because they kite you, you don't get the kill, and then you bleed out and die. Does that make sense? Okay. If you're not, listen, actually, here's the great. If you're not going to do your homework, you need to make sure that you cheat on the test. I think that's a good way of putting it. If you're not going to do your homework, you have to cheat. You got to do something crazy. And nothing here. Like you just play it's just a straightforward nothing Q. Like your Ryan would literally have to shift in, and you would have to land the boop. And maybe go for the Zen or something goofy, or like a Reaper TP with the pin. Like that would have worked. But something stupid has to happen. Like
Behind you, Reinhardt.
Zen.
I mean, you can't win.
We're not killing it.
You guys had no map control the entire game. Literally the entire game. Not a single time that you even bothered to contest high ground. So, again, what you can do about it was mouse 1 pressure on those angles. Boop those angles away or in. Or, third option, if you're going to just W key down, you must get the boop in to get a kill quickly. I'm not even gonna bother responding. You guys are literally 4 years old.
Anything. We need to be.
Do you have any questions so far, Padawi? This is pretty dank stuff. Like this is tricky. Oh, the imposter is. I've never played that game. Never, not once. Okay. I've explained it well. I'm glad you had, because this is awkward. This is tricky, man. Like this is tricky. We'll sum it up at the end as simply as I can. But I think you can see the issue. Now we just have to figure out like what can you do yourself.
No,
they just outclassed you. Like they had a much better game plan than you guys. They played around their comp strength. They played on the map way better than you guys. Okay, what do you got here? Ball? Do you play Reinhardt again? Do you want to look at this round, or do you want to skip the next round? Because I can definitely coach the ball diva goofy stuff. I can do that 100%. But you let me know. For sure this round? Okay. All right. So this is the last round of Lucio. Okay, excellent. Well, then we'll be sure to be thorough in this then. Okay, so chat, what is this Lucio's job here? What is the theory behind this composition? What is the theory behind this composition? What is the mindset that are not just the Lucio, but the whole team? Like what is the speed Reaper? Go fast, yeah. Get in their face, smash them in the mouth, but win. Like how does it look? Like just designate a set play on a neutral. What do you think Ball's doing? What do you think Reaper's doing? What do you think? Like what do you think? Wait, this isn't the comp? What on earth? What do you end up playing? Reinhardt, Moira.
With most
Oh wow. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. What is this? What is this? This comp is significantly worse. The other comp at least had a synergy. This is ranked. Okay. All right, chat. We're gonna try this again. This is like going from John Lennon to Yoko Ono. I guess I can see what you're trying to do. It's not nice or good or pleasant or even skillful, but sure. All right, so let's try this again. Brawl comp plus flanker ball. That's basically it. Yeah, pretty much. You're trying to mouse one at them pretty hard, and you want to try and synchronize that with when your ball is going in. So your ball wants to kind of go in with you guys. Now, what's useful about the ball is he kind of fills the role that D.Va does. In other words, he takes an angle and he goes in. And he can't Matrix you, but he can pressure pretty hard. He gets a slam on the backline, he gets a slam on the Zen. That's as good as a Matrix, because that Zen, that, you know, Zarya, that Echo, they ain't shooting you, they're shooting the ball. They're peeling the Zen, right? So that's a lot of pressure off your team. So that makes sense at least. Your goal is still the same though. Like, you're still either denying off angles with your spam, booping them in so your Doom and Ryan and Lucio and Moira and Junkrat can shoot them, right? Or, you know, if you're gonna cheat on main, make sure that you boop them in so you can rush. Okay. So W key, disable off angles, or severely enable your main angle. Like, the thing with Lucio is, like, you're either denying this stuff out here on the side, or it's seriously enabling these guys because you're speeding them perfectly, you're amping perfectly, you're booping them in every single time, etc. Okay. Righto. Scuff comp. Hopefully you guys are synchronized with your ball.
It's just a little bit weird because I'm playing on a laptop, so I'm trying.
Oh no!
I'm usually a big computer for this.
They're coming right, top right.
Okay. What's the play?
3 right side, I think. No, they're all.
Oh, they're all there.
Oh, your ball. Oh, jeez. See, like, okay, what's the problem here, chat? What's the problem right now? What's the red alert? Red alert! Something has to be done here, chat. They're on high ground. And you can't touch it. You can't touch it. You can't go up there, because if you go up there, you're going to get booped. And you're going to walk through a choke. So it's too late to go high ground now. You also hard to sing. Yeah, exactly. Illegitimate. Think of the fall. So obviously you're down 1. They have high ground. It's over. Like, you're in a serious. So what do you have to do? There's only a couple of options here. You can go for boops. That's not the only thing you can do, though. Hide away. Retreat to cover. Exactly. You do not sit here and fight here. This is where you don't want to be when they have high ground. So you either go for a YOLO play yourself, or you say, guys, back off of point. We'll play this back corner here. Wait for point to unlock. We can even play in like that mini health back room and avoid spam there. Exactly. Now you as a Lucio need to call that, because you can see the fight. You can position your team. But yeah. Let's see how this fight plays out.
Okay. Down 1.
Like, your Doom is going in, but he's got no help. Like, he can't be matrixed or pressured or booped or healed. Like, it's just feeding. So
2 down right now. Got a pick. Got a pick.
Echo behind.
you guys need to get off of point. This is where you do not want to be.
Yeah, I got no shield.
Yes. Now this is crucial. This is where your priority, obviously this is not a favorable matchup for you by any means, but if you can hit shots here, this is where the shots matter, right? Because now what she's going to do is she's going to run back to her team and she's completely AFK and you guys only have damage coming from one standpoint. So that's good.
Echo one, Echo one.
Echo low.
But unfortunately you lose your Junkrat. And yeah, it's just GG's.
They have Shadow. Almost. Run one, speeding.
Yeah. There's not a lot to say here. You guys just really have never had a fight with an advantage at any point in time, or even. You get one pick, but you're already down 2.
Beat almost.
Would hiding in a cubby work? It would, but you'd have to fit in the cubby, and you'd have to explain that to your kid's preschool. Sir, ma'am, what are you doing? Shh, just.
They have Grav and High Noon. I'm gonna beat. I may not have beat for Grav.
You no. Oh no. Okay, so let's just take a second. Theoretically, House, thank you for the sub.
3 Spillo.
3 Spillos. 1's bad enough. Theoretically, let's say your ball stays alive, because obviously we're losing fights because of stuff that's a little bit outside of our control. Unlucky GG go next. What could you do here? What would be the plan here as Lucio? Not as a team. Screw your team. Hate the team. Team sucks. Like, you know, GG, Elo Hell. I'm stuck in bronze. But like, let's say you didn't have the benefit of working with players like this, and that you could just, it was just ranked. What would you do? Anybody? Right at Lucio. Focus on my Ryan, but I don't know if that's right. Okay. You're gonna commit, like your job is to decide if there's any off angles that you can boop in or boop away. Right? And if not, B, enable your core to pressure the enemy team. Checklist. Can I boop? Pressure. And generally, if not, help core win fast. This is a pretty good checklist here. Does this make sense, chat? Hey. This hot woman just came in my house and blew a kiss at me. I don't know what to do now. Like, this matches what we talked about with, like, denying Sombra Tracer, Ball, Reaper, right? Can I boop / pressure angles? And when I mean boop, it could be in or out, right? You could boop the Reaper away. You can boop the Zenyatta away so he doesn't give good LOS. You can keep the Echo at range. Like, you're just keeping them from going, like, getting a lot of value out of those angles. And if you literally can't do anything, if there's literally nothing you can do, they're too far away, they're CC, they're all, like, it's impossible, then core needs to win fast. The only other thing that I'd add for you in particular with this VOD is call to regroup. So, like, call to regroup or reposition. In other words, if, like, you guys have already lost somebody and you want to regroup or reposition, you can make that call. Okay. I'm trying to, like, not like, here's the thing, chat, is we always try and avoid if this then that, like, checklists. But I want to, like, establish a concept. So I don't treat this as like a checklist. This is just a concept of playing Lucio. You deny off angles. You help your team punish off angles. If you can't do that, then you need to win core fast. And that's not compositional specific. It's not hero specific. It's just anything. So right now, wherever your team goes, if it goes here, you make sure that you don't get flanked here. If it goes, you know, high ground, you make sure that they're not getting pressured on main. If you go main, then your job is to, like, pressure the high ground a little bit, shoot high ground a little bit, to shoot left side a little bit, to boop that Zarya that's hiding in here into main so you guys can rush her. You know, if there's an Echo behind you and you can shoot her. And if there's nobody for you to shoot, like the Kree stacked with the Zen on high ground, there's nothing you can do. Shoot them, but most importantly, get that Reinhardt booped in so you can kill him quickly. Okay. Run, women have cooties. I can't. She's faster than
I may not have beat for Grav.
Like right now. Right now, this is an opportunity for you to enable core. Another thing you can do as well is because you can go for a boop here and not worry about angles, because if you think about it here, this positioning here, unless they've got like somebody peeking stairs, this isn't really good for angles, right? Like their Reinhardt is arguably overextended, so you could boop him in. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no good angles here. They're like this here, this here, this is not super good. But you're already down one again, so like it doesn't really matter.
Block shatter.
I pushed him back on a point.
Like right now, do you see the Zen on the top right? Do you see this? Okay, chat, this is so perfect. I'm so happy that we're seeing this. Okay, again, we're down ball. I don't think we're gonna win this fight. So let's just treat this like our ball's alive. What 2 things can we do here? There's only 2 options. There's nothing else you can do here. Stay perfectly still. I think their vision is based on movement. Well, I don't think she's seen me yet. Okay. Boop him in. Duel. Hard in. Okay. I'm 2 different targets, really. 2 different targets, really. You either pressure the Zen, or what's your other option? It's not Zen. It's either Zen, boop him in or out or whatever, or no, not Zarya. Not Zarya. Look at Zarya. Can you rush Zarya? Is this an angle that you can deal with? Rein. Yes. You boop Rein in, or you boop Zen out, or you boop Zen in and kill him. Like, it's either Zen or Rein. You either hard kill main, or you deal with the one angle that you can actually help with. I don't care about low, no shield, like just overall, because you can't deal with this. You can't deal with this. This is too far away. It's too. You can't really do that. I mean, theoretically, maybe you could shoot creep, but you either deal with Zen or boop Rein in. So let's see. He booped himself. Yeah.
No shield.
But do you see what's happening, chat? Again, look at our amp here. Totally fine. Shooting fine. Swapping the speed. Going in. Then heals. Heals. Probably could be on speed here.
No shield.
Like, nothing like we're on the wall. There's nothing like fundamentally wrong, like with even how we're using our cooldowns here. But you're not playing Lucio. Yeah, exactly, Peaches. Peaches, I say. Peachy, it doesn't matter what Padawi does. He can boop this in, he can boop him out, he can shoot him, he can kill him. It doesn't matter. And the nice thing about this angle here, chat, is the fact that you don't have to leave your team to go for it. You'll still have people in your aura, and you'll still be able to immediately come right back. So, you know, honestly, chat, like you can even say like, hey, right here, you could also boop, like this is a big goats thing. Boop, there's Lucio back in. Don't let him get a boop on your Rein, right? You could deny him from denying your angles. I mean, to me, the Zen's a priority. But you gotta see like how everything kind of starts to fall in place once you look at it the right way. So.
No shield.
Like you could even make an argument here if you land some shots on McCree, that would be useful. But obviously, it's about picking what's easier to do, right? And then right now, booping Rein in, pressuring Zen, way easier to do. Yeah, it's just like you can't pressure the Echo. That's a really deep angle, but there's nothing you can do. And now you're dead again. Okay.
They have Shadow Beat, Grav.
Actually, booping Zen after bubbles might favor us a bit. I mean, the thing is like even if he gets bubbled, who cares? He's off of high ground. He's not spamming you guys near as much. And they had to use bubble, you know?
What are we gonna do? We have Riptide, we can use that. We have Shadow too, we can play as well. Flank on the left and go for a Riptide.
It's just brilliant. Look at how you guys got that kill. You took a flank. You pressured core and you took a flank.
Swing.
Brilliant. Nice job. You stayed with your core. You denied that Lucio the opportunity to boop, and look what happened. He failed, and he got bubble. Brilliant. Beat, yeah. Nice beat. Like, chat, that was a really smart beat. Did you notice what he did with beat there? Look what he did with beat. Why does he not beat this? Take an opportunity to think about this, because we've seen a lot of, like a lot of mediocrity. No feeding, but a lot of mediocrity. Ryan safe, Ryan is shield, the enemy Ryan is dead, full HP. But look at when he beats. Bang. Wait for enemy to invest and prank them. That's another good, yeah, exactly. Your Kree is now in. Bang. Nice job. Oh, man.
It just went out as he did it. I'm low, I'm like, oh.
It's rough. I honestly don't know what you do there. Because, like... Yeah, that's not a lot you can do there. The only thing I could say is, like, what I would be doing here is I would definitely be looking to shoot that McCree. Like, if he peeks, get some pressure in. Oh, he's on main. The audio is weird. My bad. It's just quiet.
It just went out as
But
he
it's like, do you see, chat? Like, there's nothing you can do here.
did it.
Like, your Reinhardt needs to stabilize, but
I'm low, I'm like, oh.
but she ends up dying.
Da, da, da,
Hey,
da,
look
da.
at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look! You guys actually get a kill because look at what they do. 1, 2, 3. I actually would have liked you to harder Reddit here.
Da, 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 da,
You
da.
screw up your movement though. You should not have gotten flashed.
Da, 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 half. Da, half, da, half, da, half.
The one, oh shit.
Oh, the run's dead.
Yep, I'm in point.
You're 3 down. I can touch. I'm
Oh
touching.
crap, I'm gonna die. Oh.
Yeah, we need to
Unfortunate. Okay. But yeah, in general, your team like scuffed up a lot of fights. But the main concept is, can I boop or pressure an angle while staying with my team? If not, then I need to be rapidly moving with my team, either to clear out the angle as 6 or to ignore the angle and rush core. And we have complicated this with a lot of like bullcrap. But the main point is that as Lucio, you need to be looking at every single fight and being like, what could I have contributed here to prevent my team from taking DPS? How could I have denied the Reaper? I could have denied the Zen. I could have denied the Zarya. How could I have enabled my Orion? That's the goal. And the reason why I'm taking so much time on it now, and the reason why, honestly, why I had to think about it earlier, is because nobody talks about this. Like, everybody, like, there's a lot of people that talk about Tracer and Hog taking angles and Winston using high ground and stuff and D.Va using angles, but nobody talks about Lucio, man. Everybody says, enable your Reinhardt. Or amp heals, or no, speed, but amp speed, but then go heal. Like, nobody talks about this with Lucio, man. And I think that's a real problem. Nobody really talks about, like, what Lucio contributes in these kind of fights, like, what his job is. Get value from speed, boop the Reinhardt in. That's not enough, though. That's not all that it is to the hero. There's so much more. And what if you're not playing Brawl versus Brawl? Then what do you do? So... And I'm not patting myself on the back. I had to think about this, man. Like I just didn't know. I know Overwatch, but I didn't know how Lucio fit in there exactly, especially not in the Brawl mirror. And so I had to sit and think about it. And I hope you found this helpful because this has been a really good exercise for me. And I think like we've kind of seen it to start to open up. Padawi, I do have a little more time. We can do a little like a half of if you have. Do you play any BAP? Do you want to get better at BAP? I can give you, or Mercy. Do you want to go over a little bit of Mercy? Because we still got like another 10 minutes. You could pick the round too. Sure? All right. We've got Sanctuary.
Whatever.
Because I know we've got, you know, which one do you want to see? Anyone in particular? Is there a good one or a bad one? Obviously, we won't be able to go in depth with Mercy. We just did it a couple days ago as well, but like we can just give you a couple of little things to look at. Get value from speed. Yup. That's the gag reflex for me. Where can I get exclamation mark coaching. First one? Alright, sounds good. Let's do this. But honestly, the enemy team is just outbeating you. They're not out comping you guys necessarily, but they're just better. That's why sometimes ranked VODs are almost better because the team balances a little better. Because when you get into scrims, it's not just the individual player skill, it's also like the quality of the plan. And if you guys are an inexperienced team or you haven't been able to practice a lot recently, or there's just a team that's just better, then you're gonna have a hard time. Like those guys could be 50 SR lower than you guys on average, but they could still be smoking you like that. So, all right, let's see what we got here. All right, so what's your role? They're just built different, yeah. They're gold. I mean, there you go. They at least on that map, they played together really well. They had like an idea. Pocket Widow. Okay, why do you pocket Widow or Soldier? Why do you pocket Widow or Soldier? Let's take this concept and apply it to what you were working at with Lucio. Why do you not pocket your Orisa? Why do you not pocket your Ball? Alternatively assembled. Because we have an Ana, right? Not only that, what did we talk about with Lucio? Enable or disable your angles. If not, win core fast. Now, you don't even have the option of winning core fast with this comp. It's not even an option. You must win the angle war. And how does that happen with Mercy? Yes, you enable your Soldier and your Widow on the off angle to put pressure. The reason why you generally prioritize Widow is because she's more fragile on the angle, but she gets a lot more done. In other words, Soldier's pretty self-sufficient. He can use damage boost, but he doesn't always need it. Whereas Widow, if you leave Widow by herself over here and you're pocketing Soldier over here, this Widow is almost guaranteed dead. And then you not only do you lose a hero, but you lose the off angle, and then they take it over. Whereas if you pocket the Widow, it's a lot harder for them to bully it out. Okay? So I don't always talk about Mercy in this terminology, but I think it flows well from what we just talked about with Lucio, right? Yeah, okay. And a lot of times those heroes that do use off angles are the high damage heroes that benefit more from damage boost. And help on which good stuff. Exactly. Damage boost Ball for maximum feeds. So it's about pocketing whoever is on the angle that needs the most help. Because you want to use the angle, but they're going to need help.
Ryan, all coming left.
So hopefully your Widow doesn't stay here. And this is also where you can use your eyes and your communication, because if your Widow's playing really passive and your Soldier's like over here, no longer damage boost your Widow. Damage boost your Soldier. Because not only is he going to get more done with it, but he's more likely to take damage. Whereas your Widow all the way, like just sitting right here, she's probably fine. If you guys remember the Mercy VOD review from a couple days ago, you damage boost who's doing crap, right? Same thing here.
I hear Lucio.
Who's doing crap it usually involves positioning, not just whether they're hitting their shots or not.
Damage boost engaged.
I like the fact that you're looking at your core. Keep looking at your core. Again, like look at the situation here. Who's the greediest player on your team? Not Ball. Now Ball's got the deepest angle, but he's safe, and he's not going to do a lot with it. Widow's the greediest person on your team, so she deserves a damage boost. She's also going to be the one doing the most. Big McBiggles taking the fall, but I like that you're checking core. This is good, just in case your Ana gets pressured. Please press tab though. I don't even know what comp they're running, and neither do you.
I'm on point.
Do you see that right here though? Do you see what that Lucio tried to do? The Lucio tried to do kind of poorly, but what we talked about. Deny the off angles. If I read it Lucio and survive, that Widow plays safer and my team is safer, right? But look what happens. Because you supported the off angle.
I'm on point.
Bang.
I gotta res Zena. I gotta res Zena. McCree behind. I can't res.
Please help your Widow. You needed to help your Widow there. I don't know that she survives there, but okay. By the way, can we just take the fact that this is the only way the enemy team has a chance is because the McCree goes on that flank? This concept just keeps coming back again and again, isn't it? Or doesn't it?
3 coming up behind.
Reinhardt low. McCree behind.
You could whip out the pistol. Like there is a time and a place where, you know, getting a couple shots in there, it might be worth. Because like, you're literally just hoping he misses his shots. You have nobody in your team to deal with it. Okay, there you go. Damage boost. I mean, this so far has been pretty good. So far, I like what you're doing. The Widow needs to get off the core. Because like, here's the thing: is you can actually see like this is a perfect example of why positioning here is bad. Because like they could put people here behind the drum and just stall forever. You guys need to be like this, along with your support.
I'm taking care.
Good. Like right now, I would not be so this is actually a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Chat, who should we be damage boosting right now? I'm gonna be nitpicky here because so far the Mercy play has been solid. Who should we be damage boosting right now? Right now.
I'm taking care.
Do you see? Do you see? Right now. Orisa, maybe. Yeah, Orisa wouldn't be bad. What about right now? Do you see who this is, chat? Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, Soldier. Soldier. Why? Because he's in. And you could still not be feeding by pocketing him. Like, obviously, if he was in, you wouldn't want to go too far in. But, like, you could position here and damage boost him. But, like, yeah. Exactly, Soldier. You never, ever, ever say you only damage boost X. Look at the situation. Read the battlefield. Why play Widow over Ashe? Because the sightlines are ridiculously long. That's why. So it's a lot easier to get pressure and to be safe on your angle with Widow here. Because it's a lot harder for enemy teams to dive you, and because it's a lot more dangerous to have a Widow. Fall off damage, yeah, fall off damage becomes a problem.
Alright, they switched off.
But longer sightlines also means Widow is safer, because it takes them a lot longer to pressure. Like, who's gonna pressure Widow? Like, even with Tracer and Sombra, it just takes them long. They'll get to her, but it takes them longer.
Hanzo. They're gonna be close to Grav.
We're gonna be faster with their ult track.
Same with Shatter. They're gonna have a high noon, definitely, and they're 70%.
So you're taking forever to ult track. I don't want percentages. I want numbers. Bimsy, thank you for the follow. Not numbers, excuse me. I don't want percentages. I want ults. They have this, close to this. What are we gonna do? There's your TLDR of how to be a pro main support. Not 76. No, screw that, man. Close to Shatter, close to this. They have this. What are we doing? And you need to start ult tracking before the fight's even over. So I know this is not Mercy particular, but it's just triggering me.
On beat. What we're gonna do? We're gonna pink. You have no defensive ult.
Because you're still ult tracking, and look at what's happening while you're ult tracking.
On beat. What we're gonna do? We're gonna pink.
Like you're scuffing up your beam. You're losing pressure because the fight's starting, and you're still ult tracking.
You have no defensive ult.
Chat, are we damage boosting the right person right now? It happens. Yes, why? Yes, why? Angle, deepest angle, highest damage. Bingo. Soldier looks good. I disagree. I think Soldier is playing with his core. Soldier's positioned passively. If Soldier was over here, maybe. But even then, Widow's got better sightlines. What did I win? You win. Congratulations! Nice job! Well done! Worthless. Because if McCree comes after your Widow here, she's gonna die. If she gets Fire Strike, she's gonna die. If they throw a right click at her, she's gonna die. And even if she doesn't die, she has to run away. And then all the value out of the angle is now gone. You might as well just uninstall at that point. This is why pocking matters. It's about helping that person stay there. Not just get kills, but stay on that angle.
No one can hide from my sight.
Sorry, I'm running low.
Echo on that back line. Can't rest.
You could have turned this. I would have probably said, guys, you could have valked this. You definitely needed to go to main as soon as your Ana died, because the thing is like, yes, angles matter, but if your Orisa dies, you lose point pressure and it's over. So like, I think this is one situation where you need to abandon.
I'm right.
You need to call the res like way louder. Your Orisa could have gone in thinking she's getting healing. That's sketch, man.
This is not your time.
Just pocket. Okay, now go angle. Quickly. You don't need to be here anymore. Damage boost your Soldier.
I'm gonna roll through. Sliding.
Nice. And you can do this instead of your Soldier now because she's actually not positioned like AFK. She's actually got a good angle now. Hey, Ebenezer. Something that I never thought I'd say in stream. Hello, Ebenezer. Probably valk this.
Can res.
Okay, maybe not.
You get down
More point. Need help on point.
Do not
Res on
res.
point. Need
Do
help.
not res. Just survive. You guys will win as long as you guys survive. Nice. Okay. Yay, you didn't win
what do
anything.
they
I
have?
literally
Shadow?
told you get
Shadow
clapping.
copy.
That's nothing.
Shadow copy beat.
No cash, no nothing.
What are we gonna do?
Chat,
Shadow copy beat. We can
please
bonga.
hurry up with your ult tracking, because you're missing it again. Do you see what I see, chat? I'm gonna try and pause at the perfect frame. Yes, okay. Chat, who should we be damage boosting right now? Whomst? Who? Don't give me the Spirit of the Wind. Don't give me that. Soldier, yes! Not your Widow who's AFK here. She doesn't need help. She gets a headshot, You're gonna contribute basically nothing to that. Right? But this guy needs healing. This guy needs damage boost. This guy is like in, man. right? And again, he's in where you can also get out, right?
What are we gonna do?
Damage boost engaged.
Shadow copy beat. We can bonga. I'm gonna Valk early.
But,
And that push through, I'm gonna Valk.
part of that is because I don't think you think about it in this way. But part of it is also that your ult tracking is legitimately like watching a toddler try and read like War and Peace. It's one letter at a time, if even that. Like I'm falling asleep at the wheel. You know, this is agony. Did you just do lol and then ha ha at the end? You good?
Pushing broadside Yeah, on me.
Right.
Rolling through.
Good.
Okay.
I feel like that. You realize how boomer you just looked right there. Like either like you're 4 years old, first time on the internet, or like 85 years old. Your only experience with working with a computer is like solitaire at your grandson's house.
Never die.
Ha ha ha! LOL. Laughing out loud.
I have Shadow still. Look out.
Run out low, run out low.
Drop Bongo, Lozzie.
Ah!
Where does it hurt?
Drop Bongo.
Get her! Get her!
Get off me, run out. Oh,
Rear set.
I'm gone.
You ever feel
No
like
one
you're just an
No
animal?
else. No else.
What? Hi, Kate. She's already eaten by the way.
What do they have? What do
I'm
they
gonna
use
watch one
there?
more fight before I rage quit.
They use copy. They use copy. They may have grav. That's pretty much it.
No, they use grab.
Oh, they use grav.
This 80 is pretty
cool.
handy with a computer. Nice.
Mercy and the Bereitschaft.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you see, we don't tell me.
What are we gonna have? We're gonna have nano. We can nano.
Our ult tracking is like a 3-part series. It's the introduction, the commentary, the wrap up, and then you know, oh wait, the round's over. The scrimmage is over. My computer has broken down. The internet has run out. My entire family has died around me. The house is rotted, and I am now 96 years old. Wow, I got out of hand.
Nano ball when he goes in. Oh shit. My bad. I didn't track that.
Nah, I bet I didn't track that.
Possibly. I can't.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
yeah, I'm going. I'm going.
Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, you got it.
I'm dead, I have no heals.
Alright.
We need to be faster.
Again, chat.
Oh, run out so low.
You sure not back one?
Like, your widow's just not positioned. I don't know. It's good that you prioritized your widow, but your soldier was in an arguably a better position to get stuff done. Okay, I'm done for here. Okay, so like the same kind of concept with Lucio as it is with Mercy. It's like you only want to enable core if there's like literally nothing else for you to do, but you always want to enable your off angle because those are the people that are going to end up needing the healing and get value out of the damage boost simultaneously. The only other nitpick thing I'll have to say in regards to just your scrimmages is for like the love of bunny rabbits, please ult track in under 15 or 10 seconds. It doesn't have to be percentage accurate. You're not going to win fights because you knew that they're 80% to shatter and not 70%. Nobody cares. They have this, close to this. What's in plan? That's so much more important. You're like missing out on value and you're cluttering comms as fight starting because you're too busy listening to the sound of your beautiful Australian accent. All right? Lay off, chief. Wait. I can do this. What is a cool, I just learned one the other day. All right. Cheers, Kaba. Kaba, I said it. I say mate a lot, but that's not, I don't know if that's like, yeah, all right. I mean, it's a nice accent if you enjoyed like taking a screwdriver and jamming it up into your eardrum. You're welcome. Gosh. You do? I mean, that's not a surprise. You have poor tastes in everything. You watch me. Okay. Ow. You guys gonna do hammer time? I'm gonna do hammer time and then we're gonna be done. Hammer time! Ooh, Paz. How to master hit scan with an organized Overwatch team play. Actually, this is a good one because I really wanted to actually watch this. This was actually so like...
Kovacs Kyle...
Wait, what? I swore I had this bookmarked. I do. Look, chat. Look. See?
Whack.
But it's on a timestamp. That's why it's scuffed. Okay. All right, so for those of you guys who don't know what Hammer Time is basically where people submit educational content, and I'm going to go over the educational content, tell you whether it's a load of horse manure or not. There's 3 different tiers: scuffed, tolerable, beefed, from bad to good. Beefed is good, and we're going to tell you if this guide is worth anything. It's only $8.40, so I'm a fan. I love it. It's not 45 minutes long. I'm not going to have to, go 1.95 speed to just survive. So we'll go like what, 1.1, 1.2? Yeah, we don't need to go super fast. Stole your joke. About what? Mentos Fruit Course. Send it to me. Post it in Discord.
Of Overwatch. Fresh off.
All right, here we go. How to master hit scan with an organized. Okay, again, master hit scan with an organized Overwatch team play. So very, very specific guidelines here. Doesn't apply to a lot of us in here. Okay. You have bad taste, so I watched you. See, if I take the bullet, you can't shoot me. I'm preventing you from being a bad guy.
Of Overwatch.
I'm just stealing your thunder. That's all I'm doing.
Watch. Fresh off some Addy and shredding through your team, leaving you questioning if they are cheating or not. All jokes aside, today we're going over the hit scan role with an organized Overwatch team play. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Before I introduce our guest for today's video, I just want to let you all know that I will be making a video about the Open Division fiasco.
Don't care!
Aqua, to make sure the video
Don't care.
through the ropes than the man himself. Take it away, Noxious.
Hi, my name is Noxious.
Noxious.
I was the
That's funny.
previous hit scan for Last Hope and Contenders Trials NA, and for
Coach I
Triumph
worked with
Gaming
for a while.
Through my time as a competitive Overwatch player, I've played tons of different heroes, but I've had extensive practice in the hit scan role. While playing this role, you'll generally see yourself play heroes such as Widowmaker, Ashe, McCree, Tracer, and some others. Throughout this video, I will explain certain concepts that I believe are important as a hit scan DPS player, and talk a little bit about the heroes themselves. So let's get right into it. Now, let's talk communication. Believe it or not, one of the most important things as a hit scan is communication. And a really known stereotype of this role is just click heads and don't talk. But realistically, doing this makes you extremely vulnerable. For example, if you're a Widowmaker and a Ball, a Tracer, or even both of them dive you at the same time, staying silent and not asking for resources from your team would get you killed every single time, and you will not be able to do your job properly.
Okay.
Also, a huge part of communication as a hit scan, or as a DPS in general, is setting up your own plays, which basically requires you to talk about what you require from your team to enable you and when you're going to make that play. This will help a lot, not only with your own performance as a player, but also help your team, since you're going to get the most value possible out of all your plays.
Sure.
Now, let's talk.
I think the important thing there is that, like, ask for resources and call your plays. Like, that's a big thing that even in like scrims, a lot of hit scans don't do. If they have a player, an idea of what they want to do, they need to take charge. Like, remember, a huge part of organized team play is leadership and having a plan. And it requires individuals to like have ideas and to actually take initiative on them. If you have a plan and you don't talk about it and you just kind of go through with it, the opportunity or the percentage of that actually being followed through and something happening is already really low as it is. So like you have to actually take initiative and call, guys, I want to do this, let's go. Like it needs to happen. And if nobody makes that call, nobody makes a plan, nobody takes initiative, or do we just say, I'm just going to use Shatter if I see an opportunity, I guess I'll just look for a grab. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You need to go out and make a plan. You need to do something. Where, when, how, what, why. And I'm glad that he brought that up. Okay.
This is something that requires a lot of time and practice if you're new to FPS games. But the most important thing when you aim is to always aim at the head level. So if someone walks around a corner,
okay,
you don't, or slightly, need to adjust your crosshair in order to kill them.
Okay, crosshair placement,
This
good.
might require a lot of practice and game sense, but it is definitely one of the most important things as a hit scan, or as any other role that requires some sort of aim. This will also transition well into other FPS games if you play more than one. Moving on to consistency.
So crosshair placement basically is like he's talking about like when you turn corners, when you're putting this and this, like don't have your crosshair in the floor, don't have your crosshair in the sky. This is not something that we talk a lot about. We avoid the micro stuff in general, but it is a micro thing that's worth mentioning. Because remember, the goal with aim is to make aim as easy as possible. When you're flicking, when you're tracking, it's to make it as easy as possible. And if you're aiming down or up and the target's head is here, you have to go, you know, up and over. Like there's the Pythagorean theorem, right? Whereas if you simply aimed here, the distance is only here, right? And all you do is you decrease the distance that you have to move your mouse, so you reduce the risk of error. You reduce the risk of how much the error will hurt you. So something to kind of look at.
This term is used a lot to judge players on their skills and assets. But what
What are we predicting? Oh, how will content do? All right.
on to consistency. This term is used a lot to judge players on their skills and assets. But what does it really mean? Consistency is acting or doing something the same way over and over again and doing the said thing accurately pretty much every single time. In the Overwatch Pro scene, consistency is what defines a player, and sometimes it can be quite hard for us to keep up with that. Why, may you ask? Well, simply because it can be a very stressful factor for a player, especially in important matches where you know you can't make any mistakes. Personally, I'm someone that plays well under pressure, and during matches, I don't stress a lot, and I'm able to just focus on what I practice in scrims or comp. But it can be very hard for certain people to do that. Especially if you don't have a ton of experience in the scene, the best way to work on your consistency is to work hard and practice on a daily basis. Whether it's FFA, comp, scrims, or any other activity. It doesn't really matter. Do what fits you and make the best practice you can out of every minute you play. Okay, now...
So it's kind of like a weird, like, it feels like we're just kind of like listing off some stuff and describing it. But, I mean, I like what he said about... So, like, there's two different things. The consistency with your play... Because we have to split them up. Will, thanks to the fall. Consistency and mental, okay? Because one is not necessarily correlated to the other. In other words, if I'm nervous on stream, or if I'm nervous in an official match, that's not consistency. That's me being nervous. That's me choking, right? Consistency could be like, I'm playing scrims one day, I'm good. I play scrims the next day, I'm bad. I aim one day, I'm good. I aim one day, I'm bad. The one thing about consistency is nobody is perfectly consistent. It's literally impossible. Everybody has good days and bad days. But you can reduce the amount of discrepancy by IRL factors, sleep, diet, how much you practice on each day, and then making sure that you're not skipping days. Like you said, FFA, comp, scrims every single day. That was good. But what needs to be clarified is that the difference between like performing under pressure, like scrimming every single day is not necessarily going to help you perform under pressure. If you're the type of guy that chokes or gets really nervous, doing more scrims when you're worried about officials isn't really going to help you. It's about putting yourself in the stressful situations more often and with a proper mindset. And that's not something that just raw practice will be able to help unless it's raw practice within that archetype. You know what I'm saying? If you've got ranked anxiety, playing a lot of quick play is not going to help your ranked anxiety. Playing a lot of ranked will. If you've got anxiety about officials, playing more officials will reduce the anxiety or fixing your mental. So like, I think that needs to be clarified. So if you struggle with ranked anxiety, play ranked. If you struggle with official game anxiety and you don't have any other way to spam official games, to like get over it's an official game, it's not a big deal, then you need to find a way to replicate that or replicate that ranked, like real game feel, or work on your mental outside of that. But yeah, that wasn't particularly helpful, to be honest.
Now, let's briefly talk about hero pools. Understand that while some characters are not necessarily hit scan, in a team environment, some heroes may vary depending on a player's hero pool. For example, in a composition with Monkey, D.Va, Tracer, Sombra, Mora, and Lucio, some hit scan players may end up playing Sombra if they're comfortable in the hero. Also, flex DPS players usually play Tracer quite often, so instead of learning a completely new hero, they can play what they know and focus on improving both individually and as a team faster. Let's move on to the heroes themselves. First off, we have Widowmaker. She is one of the most impactful snipers in Overwatch. Equipped with a powerful scope rifle, she is capable of taking down anyone in her sight with a single fully charged headshot. And she is still able to deal serious damage with body shots. Her Infrasight and Venom Mine give her and her team considerable information on enemy movements, allowing them to easily counter ambushes and coordinate pushes. Widowmaker thrives in the mid to long range, and if she stays uncontested during a competitive match, you can bet the enemy team will get salty. Widow is also one of these characters who require a lot of game sense and relatively good aim to gain value on, simply because of her low HP and the fact that she can be countered quite easily by dive heroes such as Monkey, Ball, Tracer, Genji, and many more. The tip I have against flankers is to always have your Venom Mine blocking flank angles. That way, if an enemy flanker tries to deal with you, you'll be able to spot them relatively quickly and be aware of their position. Next up, we have Ashe. This hero requires really good mechanical skill to be played effectively. Her weapon is quite powerful at close to mid-range, and she requires really good positioning in order to thrive and terrorize any game she's being played in. If you are in a good spot and end up being super close to your enemies mid-fight, it gets very hard to click heads and confirm kills. Also, Ashe is a character who can be even more powerful with the Mercy Pocket, making her headshots one-shot kills, and she has the ability to make your team against you rage quite a bit if she isn't being dealt with. A tip I would have for anyone trying to learn Ashe would be to hold on to Dynamite for crucial moments. For example, on Anamura First Defense, where most teams will rotate together and stack up. that would be a good moment to use dynamites, simply because the more targets you hit, the faster you'll be bob, along with the added pressure you will apply to the enemy team. Moving on to Tracer.
That's not particularly good. Like I think like because the thing is like here's the thing, if you land dynamite on the Tracer there, like what you're doing is you're only dynamite clumps of enemy teams. That's not always accurate though, because the idea is that like you want to dynamite when the enemy team is doing something, either to deny an angle. So if you dynamite Tracer, she has to screw off and go get a health pack mid-fight. That's really helpful. Or if you can get as much pressure as possible.
Tracer is a close-range skirmishing hero who specializes
I'm nitpicking
in speed
with that
and
one a
single
little bit.
target damage.
Wait, the what?
Tracer is a close-range skirmishing hero who specializes in speed and single target damage. Her mobility and high single target damage makes her excellent at picking key targets with very low risk. Tracer can quickly traverse a map with the use of her blinks to outflank her enemies, deal damage to them, and then retreat before they have a chance to respond. The only tricky thing with Tracer is her 150 HP, which makes her quite vulnerable if she's being played in an open space. If I could give one piece of advice to get better at Tracer, it would be to try to reduce your hitbox as much as possible. What I mean by that is to play corners and behind objects around the map.
That's
Doing
good.
so will make it much harder for enemy players to tear you down, and you'll become a real backline farmer. The
That's
last
good.
hero I will be featuring in this video is McCree. McCree is one of the game's best duelists. He is capable of killing almost anyone he gets up close with a simple flash and a headshot. This character also has insane damage output and 225 HP, which makes him one of the best DPS heroes and best picks at the moment. The only thing to keep in mind with McCree is that he doesn't have a lot of mobility. So try to play where your team can support you as much as possible, and try to not put yourself at risk too much by overextending. Finally, I'll be talking about my sense. So
Kind of a weird
I play on
tip.
6.25 in-game sense and 1200 DPI, which granted is quite fast.
Wait, what?
I play on 6.25 in-game sense and 1200 DPI.
Wow,
which
that's
granted
really high.
is quite fast. A lot of people won't necessarily agree with the sense, say it's bad,
That's
or whatever.
crazy.
It's not for everyone, and do what's best for you. Don't try to copy anybody else's sense. Like, do what you feel is right. And
Well, then why share your sense? Like, like what you should have done is says like sense. My sense doesn't matter. However, I would recommend that you keep a sense under 8K DPI and focus on practicing with whatever sensitivity that you choose.
pop off as a new hitscan player.
Thank you so much, Noxious, for helping me out with this week's video. If you guys learned anything or enjoyed the content, give it a like.
All right, so like, I appreciate the try. And Noxious is a young guy. He's like new in like the low tier 2, high tier 3 scene. Seems like a pretty decent dude. Seems like he's got a good head and shoulders. But like, I have to give it a tolerable.
Not bad.
I can't like. There's some decent advice in there, but there just wasn't enough meat. There wasn't like a lot of misinformation, but there just wasn't anything to it. It just was kind of like, okay, there is some stuff to say and some cool little tips and tricks, but it wasn't like. At first, I was like 840. Wow, it seems awfully short, and now I know why it's short because there just wasn't anything about it. It was just kind of there. Yeah. Well, have a content creator, have a coach, or somebody who's more comfortable with like educating, if that makes sense. Not like players can't do it, but like, yeah, it just kind of looked like, oh, here's some ideas or some stuff that I do. But like, all right, Overwatch University. You want to hammer time this one, which is since again it was like 7,200 DPI. It was pretty high. All right, here we go. I'm being told that this is r/Overwatch or Blizzard form tier. Boys, what am I actually supposed to do as a tank in gold? Environment renders all useless. Okay. Oh boy, buckle in, boys. We're finishing on a good note. Today I come to you after losing about 200 plus star. I'm going to silver, which further compounds the issue with the ladder environment. That makes me want to quit playing Super Different Turret. When he's right mouse, but okay, player. Play the entire tank roster. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we've already got a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I play the entire tank roster. No, you don't. No, you don't. One does not actually play, right? Okay, if you want to know what my thought process is in that, watch somebody like Mono or Miro or any of one of like Korean. Try and watch them play Diva. It's a good laugh, right? They'll play at a GM level, but it's miles below their other heroes. Bum, 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 bum. Some of the off. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Oh, he plays some of the off healers. Oh, it's Soldier 76. Oh, this is brilliant. But he doesn't play ball. So he only plays like 9 or 10 heroes. It's not anything absurd like 11. Just 9 or 10. But a lot of time both before and after my quit trying to improve the game of watching VOD reviews, constantly questioning performance and blaming team, etc. Okay. Let me start with you. Teammates in gold appear so useless that makes Elo Hell appear real. I know a lot of you love to dispute that. I don't mean I have Expo, I'm better than first getting the people to join voice listeners to cause opponent inherently impossible. Yeah, no crap there, Sherlock. Imagine relying on voice to win games. Like, chat, listen, you can shot call. If you're a good shot caller and you know the game, you can probably climb like 200, 250 SR higher than you are. But you're going to cap out real fast. You're going to cap out. Because the thing is like, you can coordinate your team really well. But that coordinating your team and getting good at your hero are like separate things, right? When I'm coaching coordinated professional Overwatch, when we're working on communication, we're not working at other stuff. We're working at only communication. And a lot of times when we're working at communication, we're not working at a million different things. We're working at one specific facet of our communication. But that's not like that's not in of itself going to help you like get better at the game. Do you think that a person with gold aim, gold game sense is going to be able to shot call their way to diamond? Do you think that's normal? Do you think they're going to be able to keep getting better to masters? It was tolerable. Baggins, tolerable. Getting people to group for a team fight is no longer a concept, and most players fine. Concept of peeling. For a second, I thought I said peeing. Or any form of target, it's gone from any game. The concept of calling a route to travel is gone from any game. Concept of attempting to convey ultimates is gone from any game. I mean, yeah, it's scuffed. But if you think that you're not contributing to this, then you have a problem. Because the thing is, chat, is it's not like you can never coordinate, you can never combine, so you just go off and do whatever you want. The thing is that the opportunities to work with your teammates are there if you look for them. They're there if you look for them, but you have to look for them. You have to be paying attention. You remember, chat, when we talked about how, like, as a tracer, you pay attention to when your tanks are going in, but also as a tank, you pay attention to when your DPS are, like, somewhat set up? You see what I'm saying? That's the concept here. Playing around the current state of the fight, play more defensive if you're down healers. Because here's the thing, if you're down healers, you don't even play more defensive. You either go in or you get out. You don't play slow. So like the person's already wrong with how they think that they're supposed to play the game. I don't really care about toxicity, but people's gonna want to do it. Do I do that? Okay. So some serious red flags here, like a maroon flag. Cycling a competent tank has yet to appear in any tank playing sub aspirate by duo partner. Listen, if you are the definition of a competent tank, there's already a 50% less chance that there's a competent tank for any of your teammates. You catch my drift there, Sherlock? I'm not sure if it's some form of hidden role matchmaking. No. Wait, open queue only? Okay, again, like, what is this guy? Like, you join the circus and you're surprised to see clowns. No tank will listen or talk in comms. Point 1, this means no call for bubble, no calls for dive target, no calls for go. Watching cool like a space, no call to contest angle, no call to push fall back. Okay, that's annoying. Yes, it's annoying, but it doesn't mean you can't climb. I'm making calls anyway because I feel like it's one of the most important things to do as a tank player. I'm guarantee this person's over talking. And I'm going to use Rhino as an example because I consider him one of my better heroes. I mentioned VOD reviews earlier, which discusses the classic of shield hopping, not wasting barrier, fire strike, cancel. Oh wait, guys, he knows fire strike, or she knows fire strike, cancel. Why is this guy not diamond? He knows everything there is about Reinhardt. He could do the fire strike cancel tech. Dueling for change with enemy tanks, charges, short charges. This is how I'd imagine my viewers, my Twitch viewers. This is how I imagine you guys. I know everything because Spylo taught me everything. Do I train? Do I have a consistent hero pool? Do I do self-VOD review? Do I play consistently? Do I play ranked? No, but I watch Spylo. The man posted the best things in gold quite calmly, just charge right into the enemy. Really? So what do you do then? I'm curious. What do you do? I love the idea of playing some sort of duel against the enemy tank line. Trying to. I don't know if I can get the experience because no matter the skill level of the enemy tanks, it appears so reliant on the queue not throwing you a pile of glue eaters that I feel lost for ideas. It's funny that you should say glue eaters because you probably miss your mouth. You're probably a wannabe glue eater, but you can't find the orifice with which to jam the adhesive in. coincidentally, I would like to glue my eyes shut. That would be the orifice of choice for me after reading this. Playing on the tank line is very commonly a 2v1. While people flex to support, they don't actually know how to play them. Irony, 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 irony. Oh, irony. Did this person just say, well, many people flex their roles, they don't know how to play? Oh, wow. 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 Chat, can you believe it? Did you just see what this person just said? They put, where the heck's my sweatshirt? They play roles they don't know how to play. Says the guy who just admitted to having like a 9 hero pool player, or 9 hero pool. Wow. Wow. Thus arrives on the question for the thread. So after vomiting profusely all over my keyboard and making you guys all have to soak it up, I want to play the actual team-based, skill-based over. Like, are you joking me? This guy's playing open queue, and he has the balls to say this. While I understand getting up past gold is a match like Revenant, how is a tank supposed to climb through a glorified deathmatch? Oh, just please stop. Guys, how many gold VOD reviews have we done? How many tank VOD reviews have we done on stream where it has looked like, well, there's just nothing you could do. Like your teammates are just throwing. There's nothing that you could have done here. Like, oh, like it. No. Never. Not once. Not once have I said, well, you needed to call, like your teammates need to communicate that to you, or you need to be able to let your teammates need to help follow up. No, never, 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 ever, 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 ever is that a problem. Ever. Not once, not twice, never. There's all this glorified deathmatch baloney. Get out. Uninstall. About to start playing more solo. Oh, well, that's going to help. Oh, no. I think Sigma's the best solo. No. It was like there's a post the other day about some bronze soldier asking for a VOD review, and people were saying, well, really, you should be playing Echo in bronze, because Echo you'll get a lot. No. What are you saying? Look at you. Take off the red clown nose. Wipe off the makeup. You are a clown. You are a joke. Nobody takes you seriously. I'm getting my downvote in this. Where's the downvote? No. I'm helping. And okay, obviously, I'm not helping him. But I don't want people to see this and think, like, we don't need excuses. This is like Alcoholics Anonymous. Guys, I can't stop drinking. There's nothing I can do. GG's, go next. No, that's not helpful. You're going to hurt people. All right, where's the response recently? Where? I don't get it, man. Wait. Talking about, oh, you should play these heroes. Sure. Okay, that's a decent. Okay, yeah, I can't be bothered, guys. Like, what is this?
Fatality.
What is this load of manure that you just spewed on my face? Oh, I would gladly gargle with apple cider vinegar again. Gargle, just let it sit there for hours upon end, then have to read this again. Sinister's PC's first sentence. Did you read that one? Yeah. All right, I can't, guys. I just can't. I don't know why. I don't, like, screw you guys for making me look at that. Like, honestly, who thought that was a good idea? Good gosh, man. Chat, do you have any questions? Because There's like a level of burnout that I've just been inundated with secondhand through reading that. Yeah, but it's longish. Then throw an ass Spilo. What's for lunch? Nothing you're getting. Nobody asked you. What's my favorite shampoo aroma? I don't know. Mint's pretty good. Like if we're going like manly scents here, you know what I'm saying? Like mint, dirt, bear breath. Any of those are fine. Like armadillo armpit. Those are my favorite flavors. Or scents. How is this the cap point if the red team won't stop killing me, get off the point, and need help stat? Call in a nuke. Get the 25 or 26 kill streak and then call in a nuke. Avoiding voice chat as a hit scan and master is fine, right? I mean, I always tell people to join voice chat until it gets distracting and then leave. That works for me. But if you're like seriously boomed, then sure. Alright, we're gonna toss a host over to Jay. I have no idea who this person is, but they're a small streamer and they're playing BAP and Diamond, so it should be a good time. Cheers, mates. Tell Jay I said hello. Toss him some follows. I'll see you guys. Remember, tomorrow's an off day. I will be back next Wednesday. Exclamation mark coaching. I've only got a couple more VODs, so you guys better send in the VODs. See you, boys.
Freeze behind, about to die.